Sorry, my husband was talking to me. He got out of bed. He works third shift, like I said before, and he just kind of like, I'm hungry. So he went in there and got himself something to eat. But the kitchen's right here, and he was kind of making a lot of noise. But anyway, I decided that I hated my dining room, and it was plain. Like, I've been kind of going room to room and kind of redoing them as I went, but I thought, I cannot stand this dining room the way it is one more day. So in there, I took everything off the walls. I took the light fixture. I didn't take the light fixture down. I took the globe part off, and I sorry, he's still in there. And then what else did I do? Just take everything off the walls, like even the doorbell thing, because it doesn't work, and I'm like, I can't stand to look at this either. But anyway, I decided that I wanted to redo it, but I was going to do it on a budget, so like as cheap as possible. I first started out looking at lighting, chandeliers, and I was like just trying to get ideas of what I liked and what I didn't like and what kind of my vision was. And I decided I liked these the ones with crystal and white, and they're really bright and really elegant looking. And I decided on this one that was like, well, I really liked the ones that had they're like little shells hanging down off strings, and they had like a couple tiers, and I was like, those are like $200, and I was like, I'm not going to spend that. I'm going to Pinterest it and see what they have. Somebody has redone this. Well, they had, a bunch of people had redone it for really cheap. And the little shells are actually, when you redo them, because they're called Capiz, C-A-P-I-Z shells, when they're like, when you really buy the chandelier, and it's really expensive because they're real shells and all that. But anyway, when you redo it, you can make it look just like that. And some of the tutorials had said to get like wax paper and melt it and parchment paper and all this stuff. And I was like, it's kind of a lot of work. And I was like, I'm just going to go to Hobby Lobby and just see what I can find to make this chandelier. So I was looking around at the papers, and I found some clear vellum paper, and it's with the scrapbooking, and each sheet was like 60 cents, so it's a little bit more expensive than making probably wax paper and stuff, but it's a lot less time consuming. So all in all, I spent about $30, and what I got was like a ton of these vellum papers. They're only scrapbook size, they're not like that big. So I got a ton of those. I got a circle hole punch, which is in the scrapbooking section too. They're like 1.5 inches, so it's like that big. And then I got white thread, and they're for sewing the little circles together in a line. And then I got a lampshade that I was just going to use a skeleton out of. So I got it in the clearance section for $1.74, I think. This is all at Hobby Lobby because that's our local craft store. But what else did I get? Oh, I got I went to the Christmas section because they had everything 66% off. And I got this huge glass. It's probably at least 12 inches tall glass antiqued silver ornament for $2 because it was like $7.99 regular price, and it was 66% off. It was like $2. So I got all that, and I came home and I punched out the little circles, and I stacked up the paper together like 4, and I punched them out. So I had a bunch of these little circles, and so I just sewed them in strips of 10 circles long, and you just have your little, you're starting 2 little threads where you have that long or so of thread hanging out the back. And well, first of all, I put the lampshade, I tore all the paper off. It was just a lampshade frame. I tore all the paper off, and then I turned it upside down, and I mounted it onto the ceiling, and that was my frame. I put the ornament in the center first, and I just hung that by like thread. And the light fixture already had like a little circle place where I could tie it on, and it was no big deal. And then I started on the bottom tier, and I tied all the 10 strips all the way around. And it was not hard. It was just kind of hard on my arms. And because I didn't move the table, and I just kind of climbed up on the chair to do it. It was kind of unsafe, probably. But anyway, it's how I roll. So I did the bottom tier, and then the top tier I did the same thing, and it looks really nice. I'm gonna have to post a finished picture on Instagram, but it looks a lot like the more expensive light fixture. Actually, probably even nicer because they didn't have the glass ornament in the middle. But I did it for $30 and not $200. I'll post a tutorial that I looked at. Like I said, I used the vellum paper instead, but you'll get the idea. And then I decided I wanted to change the walls because they were white, and I did them white because I wanted it really nice and bright in there. Not this white. This is not white. It's kind of like an off-white. It's called like latte or something. I can't remember what it's called. Vanilla latte or something. But anyway, it's brighter than this. And because my house is really dark, I thought, I can't stand it being dark in here anymore. And I painted it white. And that was like 3 years ago. And then I decided, well, I can't stand it being white anymore. And I'm going to paint it. So I went downstairs, and I had just recently this summer painted my bathroom a really, really light shade of gray. It's called Passive, and I got it from Sherwin-Williams, I think. Well, I got it at Lowe's, but it was Sherwin-Williams brand. It's called Passive. It's very, very light gray. It's like a very like dove gray. And then I probably had like a half gallon of that. And then I had probably about a third of a gallon that was left over from my daughter's room, which I also painted this summer. And hers is like a darker purple blue. Not periwinkle. It's a very, very weird color because in some light it looks different, but it was a very pretty color. It's like I said, it's kind of a purple, but then like on another wall it might look blue, depending on the way the light is hitting it, but it's really pretty. And then I had some white, so I decided these were also my gloss base. So what I did was I just poured them all together. I was like, well, here I go, and I poured one in, and then I mixed it with my stir stick, and then I poured the other one in, and then I mixed it, and then I had some white, and I just topped it off. And so I mixed it too. And it turned a really, really pretty like blue-gray color. And it's really pretty. So that's what I got my friend Sonia. She does a really good job painting. And she helped me paint. I did the trim, the baseboards. I redid them a bright white. And then she did the walls, the blue-gray. And we did that last night. And I think it's really going to look nice. I'm wanting to get a big silver mirror for one wall, like a really big one. But I don't want to spend the money, so I'll keep you updated on what I do for that. Because those are kind of expensive. They're like anywhere from $85 at the cheapest to like $500 for a mirror. And I'm like, I'm kind of wanting to keep this around $100 budget per room. That's what I've done so far, is about $100 a room, which is pretty inexpensive. You have to kind of get creative about things if you're going to keep it at $100. I mean, if you ever have done a remodeling, you know that. But anyway, then I'm going to go get curtains today, and I got for Christmas, I got two $10 TJ Maxx gift cards. And I thought, I'll go get curtains with that, and then I won't have to spend as much money. And I'm going to get something that is pretty light, probably like a white or like a very, very pale gray or a mix of both or something. But it's not actually a whole lot of work because the space is kind of small. I'm not doing anything like super huge to it. Just painting, curtains, light fixture. I'm going to get like new outlet covers and things like that because my house is kind of old. It's built in 1964. So everything is kind of, some things are kind of still from there. We've redone a lot. Like I said, I was taking it room by room by room and redone everything. And then start back over. Just redo those rooms that I just redone because then I decide that I don't like it anymore. Kind of like my hair. I just change it all the time. It's just paint, you know. That's the thing, like, painting is so nice and fresh. It makes your room so nice. Something new to look at, you know. And it's just paint. You can cover it up. If you don't like it, paint again. It's no big deal. That's what I think anyway. My mom was always painting our rooms and our house, and she's an artist, like a real artist. And she used to do like murals on our walls and on the ceiling and on the doors and whatever. She was always changing the house, and I really liked it. So, sorry, Zoe is whining outside this door. But that's about it for crafting, and I mean that's a lot. It took a long time for that lampshade to come together, just because punching out the circles, sewing them together, hanging them up. It took like 2 days to do that, but it saved me like a bunch of money. But that's about it for what I've done crafty this week. But I did want to mention I don't necessarily have an update. I had like a few things in the shop because I didn't have enough for an update, but I am running a sale, a free shipping sale until Monday of next week, which is the 3rd. And all you have to do is enter free shipping code. It's just the code. Enter free shipping at checkout. And it's good for anywhere in the world. I'm pretty sure. If you have any issues, then contact me. But you shouldn't, because people have been using it and it's been fine. But I guess that's it. My next update is going to be next week, and I am dyeing up some self-striping for that. I'm dyeing up Alaskan Nights, which I haven't done in a while, so look out for that next week. And those are going to be on Sport. They're in there. They're done right now. I just have to hang them up to dry. And then I don't know what else I'll have. Why don't you suggest what you want to see in the update next week? I don't know when it'll be next week. I'll record again on Monday, and we'll talk about it then. I'll decide then. But it'll be the new year, and this week's kind of busy too with New Year's Eve and everything, but I'll get done what I can. But anyway, yeah, okay, I mentioned the code, and I feel like I was going to tell you something else. I always feel like I'm going to tell you something else, and then I forget what it is. But I'll put show notes in the Ravelry group. Oh yes, where to find me. My website is www.neelysknits.net, NEELEYSKNITS. And I have a Ravelry group that I'll post the show notes to, and it's Neely's Knits Yarn and Podcast. And then I am on Ravelry as Ashley McCauley. That's my name. ASHLEYMCCAULEY. And you can even friend me on Facebook if you want to. I'm Ashley McCauley over there. Neely is my profile picture. She's in a white dress. You'll know it's me. Feel free to friend me over there because I kind of use it kind of like as a business. I don't use it for like overly personal things. But anyway, if you want to follow me over there, that's fine. I do have a Facebook group for Neely's Knits, but I don't post over there as much because I never can be sure. I don't really like to fool with it because I never can be sure how many people are actually going to see it. or you know how the Facebook settings are. So anyway, I just kind of don't mess with it. Instagram, I'm on Instagram as Neely's Knits, spelled the same, NeelySknits. Follow me over there for a lot of shenanigans. That's it. So until next Monday, hopefully, I'll see you later.